Hallelujah. Morning, just sound checking.
Sit down. 20 feet. Sit down.
Testing. Yeah, we're ready. So we are up and live. Welcome to Friday morning show that we make up as we go along. It's a little slice of shop life, and most of the time I open my mouth, I have absolutely no idea what's going to come out. So it's a bit hairy, scary, even for me. So we've got Dan with us today. He's just popped in to say hello, and he works opposite in the top of the road, and we're going to have a little chat with him as well. He's going to have a coffee with us now. We've already been having a good old chat for half an hour. We've got the lovely Sophie, who's our work experience lass, who for some unknown reason seems to quite like it here. So you came to us in the summer last year, didn't you? And she keeps coming in. It's amazing. It's just lovely. And we've got Nick here. Nick has got a big fan out in Australia. I haven't told you yet this, Nick, but Fifi B in Australia, who's following us and is now coming over to see relatives in Bristol next month, has already said that she's thinking about needing to have a big truck to take everything back to Australia with, and she thinks she might need Nick to go with her. So there you go. So we're looking. We won't allow it. Sorry, Fee. I found him first. So yeah, you'll have to find your own Nick. But anyway, we're looking forward to you coming in and joining the live. That'd be fab. So I thought we'd just quickly start. If you can hear scratchy feet on the floor, we haven't got Paddy here today. We've got Ben, who is a beautiful blonde Labrador. Belongs to Dan. And he's just an old soul in a dog's body, isn't he?
Yes, yeah.
He's just amazing. So we'll start with some housekeeping notes, just to let you know what's going on. It's Wotton auction on Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, and it's viewing day on Monday. So you can go up to the auction house from 10 o'clock until about 7, I think it is, and have a good old look and see what they have. It's also online, so you can check everything out online. And obviously we're open on Monday, so you can come in and see us. That would be great. And then on Tuesday, it's the sale of things like carpets, pictures, jewellery, all that sort of stuff, china, that sort of thing. And then on Wednesday, it's the furniture sale. We're closed on Wednesday, but we'll be open on Tuesday and on the Thursday. So if you're going up to pick things up on Thursday, you might want to pop in and say hello. We'd love that. And another development, I made an executive decision last night, and for various reasons, I've decided to go back to my winter hours, which sounds a bit bonkers considering it's summer, but I have to say, what summer so far? We won't go there. But yeah, I've just decided that I need to be able to be a bit more creative and doing things outside of the shop. So starting from the week commencing the 5th of August, we will actually open on the Thursday, Friday and Saturday, and I'm going to continue doing that for the foreseeable future. We will have a telephone number on the door, and if you want a special viewing, or if you want information on something, then you can simply give us a shout and I will meet you up here. But it means that I can go off and do more in the way of auctions and flea fairs and things further afield, and I can do a bit of painting at home, and also I can have a bit of a life, have a bit of time off. So that's the cunning plan. Is there anything else in housekeeping stuff, Nick? Because you're the main man. No, that's it. Okay, I thought we'd have a walk around in a minute. There's a few new bits and pieces that have come in, and I thought as a thing I might ask you what your favourite thing is and why. Are you going to join in on that, Tam?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, but first, tell us a bit about you. So you've got the shop opposite.
Yeah, just a couple of doors down. It's called Wotton Health and Healing. It's a physio.
What? That was a bit quick.
Wotton Health and Healing.
Yeah.
It's a therapy centre. We have a physio, which is me. We have another physio on the cards as well coming in. She's going to be a lovely addition. We also have a chiropractor, Nick. He's very good. and we have 2 therapists. So they deal with sort of chronic pain type stuff. They're not massagers; they're sort of therapists rather than that sort of thing. And what we do is we kind of work together to help people feel a little bit better.
Right.
I guess is probably the easiest way of putting it.
Yeah.
I do sports injuries and things like that, but we tend to concentrate on chronic pain.
And how long have you been doing that?
Well, I've been doing it for nearly sort of 20 years.
Oh my gosh, have you?
So I've worked for the NHS, and I went private for 12 years, but I've gone back to the NHS because of coronavirus.
Yeah.
That old thing.
Yeah, that
So
old thing.
that enticed me back to the NHS. So I've been back in the NHS since. So I still work for them, but I wanted to set up practice in Wotton.
And why was it particularly Wotton that you wanted to set up in?
Well, I didn't really. I wanted to move to Wotton.
Ah, okay.
And
what, to live?
To live.
Yeah.
And I haven't yet. So I thought the next best thing would be to have a business here.
But you really like Wotton?
I really like Wotton. I like hanging out. My favourite place to hang out is top of the hill, as I'm sure it is many people's.
Yeah.
But lying on the pillow mounds, as I know it's called, I don't know what it's called locally, but watching the clouds go by across the vale is delightful.
It is. It's a fantastic view up there, isn't it?
I love it. I absolutely love it.
And for people that don't know, it's called the Circle of Pines, and you can see it through the buildings from our shop, and it's a bit of a steep climb up to it, but the 360-degree view and the seats is fantastic, isn't it? You go up there, sit up and have a glass of wine.
It's just a happy place to be. And you can see the weather coming in and going across, and see both bridges. I think that's wonderful.
Yeah, it's amazing, isn't it, actually? Yeah.
So so I've always wanted to move to Wotton for years.
And are you still going to?
Fingers crossed. Yeah, there are things in the pipeline.
Yeah. So we haven't put you off yet, then.
Not yet.
And how long has the shop been open?
Only 3 months.
Clinic. I call it a shop because I have a shop, but you're a clinic,
aren't you?
It's a clinic.
Yeah, it's only been open for 3 months, just shy of 3 months. We opened on the 7th of May. It's been very well received. It's been lovely to start meeting people from Wotton. Obviously, I've known you and I know a few other people, but it's been lovely to start meeting everybody. And so really enjoying the sort of experience of having the clinic open and getting known around in the area. So that's really good.
So when people walk past and you've got a treatment on, it almost looks as if it's a bit empty.
Yes, it does generally look empty. We haven't got the volume of customers to employ an administrator just yet.
To make them form an orderly queue.
Yeah, so I have an administrator's hat. So when people come in, I administrate and then I put on my therapist hat and take them into the back. But just for security, we lock the door.
Yeah.
So it often is more. It's not as closed often as it looks.
Right.
So it is open 5 days a week.
So can people walk in and make an appointment? Or?
If somebody's in, yes, they can. And if somebody's at the front, you can just walk in. It is easier to book online. We've got a nice online booking system.
That's an oxymoron. A nice online.
It is quite easy, I think. Yeah, I think people seem to be able to navigate quite well. Yeah. But you can email. That's quite easy.
Yeah.
And you can ring, but I can never remember where I've put the phone. So that's the actual reason why I don't answer the phone. I've always lost it somewhere. So that's the main reason.
Yeah.
To not ring.
Right.
But you can try.
Okay, we can sort that out. We can sort that out. What was the other thing I was going to ask you? What was the other thing?
Did you say physio?
Yes.
Yes, I'm the physio, and we have another physio coming. And like I said, we deal with all things physio, everything from like a sprained ankle.
Sounds low. You need to turn up very quiet.
How do we do that? Just have to talk loudly.
Talk loudly? How's that?
Technical hitch here.
Let me just turn up my sound and do a test again.
See if that works.
Testing. Yeah, my sound's okay.
How weird.
Maybe your sound is a bit low, Lynn. Maybe try turning your sound up.
Who's that? Lynn who? Lynn from Spain? Yay! Hello, darling. Got people from Spain, people from Australia. If you are making any comments, do put where you're from.
They're saying, great, I can hear okay.
Good, fantastic. Yeah, do say where you're coming from if you are making any comments. We'd love to know. It's amazing how many people are following us now from all over the place, and how this funny little weird bit of shop life seems to be sort of gaining momentum, which is lovely.
Did you say that you had benefited from meeting
Yes, 100%. I had the worst shoulder pain. It was so bad. I was crying every day for about 6 weeks. And somebody, my ex-lodger, recommended you. She'd been to see you, and she said, go and find Dan. So I came and found you, and you said, I think I know what it is. And it was the most painful bloody treatment in the world, because it was making my arm move out of positions that I didn't want to do. But actually, once it was over, I went home, went to sleep, slept soundly for about 10 hours, woke up the next morning and the pain had gone. Couldn't believe it. My hero.
I think that's the big difference with private physio and lots of people's experience of physiotherapy generally. The NHS, for whom I work, we are mandated to provide the best possible evidence-based practice, which tends not to involve any hands-on treatment. A, because it's really painful, but B, because it doesn't always work.
No.
And so we know exercise always works if it's done. So on the NHS, that's what we do. So a lot of people are a little bit unsure sometimes about whether to go and see a physio or a chiro or a therapist or an osteopath. But in private practice, we always work with the patient, and we always do hands-on treatment, and we always find whatever it is that works in private practice, even if the evidence isn't massively strong. So if it's massage, that works. If it's giving the neck a bit of a click,
oh God, yeah,
not everybody's favourite treatment, but if it works, we do it. We do acupuncture as well, and we have all the other Chinese therapeutic methods at our disposal should we choose to do that. And we do lots of other kind of joint work and stuff that will help. If everything helps a little bit, it's kind of a bit of a kitchen sink approach. We try to kind of throw everything at it, and normally that helps, rather than just saying, try these exercises.
Right, so we've got Sean Walters saying, recommend the sports massage and the acupuncture.
Yes.
Sound Spine here in sunny Swansea. Yes, lovely dress Fee.
Oh, thank you very much. I have to get my legs out today. Thank you. It's very sweet of you. Morning, Sean. Sean's one of your lovely patients as well, isn't he?
Yeah,
I always laugh because it always feels a little bit like this is your sort of across the road waiting room. People come in and say, I'm waiting to go and see Dan. So they come in here and they sit down, and a lot of them have sort of become customers and friends for us here. And then I think I had somebody who'd just been in to see you, somebody was waiting to go and see you, and then you came in. It was like, I tell you what, let's just move the clinic in here, why not?
And then one person came in, had a little browse, and we chatted to him, saying, are you looking for anything in particular? And he said, oh, no, then he walked out, and he was waiting outside the clinic for me, and I was standing here. Yeah.
So would you say that you were a nice bloke, easy, approachable, sympathetic?
Yeah, I mean, all those things. I think I think I'm a different clinician to person. I think I put my physio hat on, and when I go in, and I don't think I'm the same person as a physio. Really, I'm pretty approachable and stuff normally, but as a physio, I'm a bit more direct. I suppose. Yeah. And I tend not to.
So if somebody's swinging the lead, you'll tell them.
I tend not to lark about as a physiotherapist.
No, but in real life,
I lark about.
You lark about a lot, don't you? Yeah. So, okay, so 100% recommend Wotton Health and Healing. We'll put the link at the bottom, Ginge, when we sign off today. Is that okay?
I'm just going to, when I turn the screen around, I'll just show you a picture of the website.
Okay.
You don't have Insta?
We are on Instagram, Wotton Health on Instagram.
Okay.
Yeah, so we'll do the link and all the rest of it at the end of it. So you're going to wander around and tell us what your chosen item is in a minute?
Yeah.
Have you got one put aside, Nick? Do you know what you're going to talk about? Yeah. And while we're up here, let's just start with just showing the two things that have come in, literally as usual, off the van this morning. What's happening now? What's happening? She's so clever, you know, with all her techno stuff. I wouldn't have the first idea.
So let me just give you a view of that. That's the website, Wotton Health and Healing, so you can recognise it. And you can do the search for that for the Instagram. Thank you so much.
Commercial break, guys. We were going to just have a look at these two tables that came off, and I threatened last week that I was going to start painting a table, and then delightfully Sophie walked in and I said, guess what, you've got a table to paint, and she starts it, and it's already looking 100% better. So we've got this little sturdy thing. I was laughing because this has got such a big base to it. It's so sort of, there's absolutely no way that's going to blow over in the wind. In fact, they have a hard job to knock it over the bulldozer, I think. That one is so firm. And we've got another little one over here. Just grab that one out from behind. So these came off the van literally 10 minutes ago, so I haven't had a chance to photograph them or paint them. But this one's a lovely, solid, nice coloured pine. Hello, Ben. And no, it's good job Paddy wasn't here today. Can you imagine? We wouldn't get a word in edgeways. These two would be scrapping. So this was the table that we were talking about painting last week, and we're going to do this one. You haven't tried this method before, have you, Sophie? But we're going to try doing it in a really sort of textured French shabby sort of style. We'll be using lots of waxes. This was a base coat. I've used the original paint, which was actually, there was about that much left in the tin. It was full of hairs, bits of paint dried on. It was a right state, wasn't it? Which is perfect, actually, for giving us a bit of a base layer. And when we've done all the other bits on it, all this will really sort of stand out. And I think already, even with this base colour on it...
You must be not on the... Pammy's saying, good morning, lovely people.
Oh, Pammy, nice to have you on board.
Simon, if you see this recording, you just got muted.
It's all going chaos, yes. So what was the other thing up here? We were going to point out that great big mirror over there because it's a bit hidden behind a pineapple and lamp. And we had Mr. Goldman sitting there last time, and he's now gone. There's this super big mirror, which is on for £155, and it's absolutely gorgeous. And then in the window as well, which we didn't show you last week. I was going to go and pull it and show everybody, and I forgot. We've got this the peachy bottom, and
I love the peachy bottom.
I think it's gorgeous. I think it's
We've
gorgeous.
got Angela Martin saying good morning, and Fiona LP saying
morning. So the other thing I wanted to show you while we're up here, we have 6 of these. We have 2 carvers and 4.
Saying good
morning, Tracy.
You look great in today, Fifi.
Do I? Oh, thank you. One has to try now and again. We have 4 of the ordinary dining chairs and 2 of the carvers, and they've all been beautifully painted, not by me actually, by a lovely lady down the road who has a shop who is absolutely fabulous, and they are called Alterations and Repairs, and they're just brilliant. And she's upholstered these chairs, or her daughter has. Beautiful fabric, lovely plush velvet.
The story of that shop was there was a haberdashery shop there for about 30 years.
No, it's further on down.
It's not that one.
Not that one. No, we've got the haberdashery in Market Street, and this is another cute little tiny shop just further on down where they do all sorts of repairs. She does a fantastic job. So she also makes lampshades and curtains and cushions. She's just one of those very clever people. But I just thought these particular chairs happen to go really well with our table because they're painted using the anguilla from the Frenchic range, and then they've been sealed with 2 coats of the varnish just to give them an extra. So that's everything up here. What was your favourite thing up here while we're here?
I really like the bird cage.
Ah, yes, me too. That's one of my favourite things. Isn't it superb? This one has got to be #FindAnother. Because they're so rare to find one that's like this. And this one was actually a working bird cage, which appalls me. The thought of actually having real live birds in a bird cage is just the worst.
Like an object and dislike
what it stands for. Yeah. But this one has the trays that pull out as well. And I mean, I think that just on a hall table, if you have the right sort of hall, is perfect.
Simon's saying, morning, back in the Mad Hatter's tea party.
Yes, it does feel a bit like a Mad Hatter's tea party. Was that Simon ringing?
Yeah.
Trust it to be Simon.
Unless you know another Simon.
No. So, that's your favourite thing. What was yours, Nick?
Mine's
down in the other room. What was yours?
Well, I was immediately drawn by the watership down rabbit.
Ah.
Apart from anything else, I love the colour. Coral's my favourite. Turns out it was painted by Sophie.
Yes.
But it just reminded me of the film Watership Down, which, as I was saying earlier, is I think the first time I felt sad as a 5-year-old watching it. It's a great movie, and and evokes a lot of memories.
Well, the funny thing is that hair was actually designed and made by Neil Ford Hates, who was in here last week, and we had a chat with him. And I said to him, I love hairs, and he made that one. In fact, he made 2 or 3, and you painted another one, didn't you? Similar style, but in a beautiful turquoise, and it sold. And then we had that one, which is obviously wall mounted, but if you take it off the hooks, it's solid enough to stand up in its own right. And I've just always loved it. I think the colour in it is gorgeous. And that was a colour you mixed yourself, wasn't it?
Wow.
She's very clever.
So Simon's saying, I was calling, sorry I couldn't find you alive and I was worried. A digital meltdown. We were always there.
I don't understand how we managed to get through. If it was on Do Not Disturb, I must have some sort of hotline directly to Sexy Simon.
Simon overrides all of your Do Not Disturb. Hammy's saying, who's the cute geezer apart from Nick, of course?
Oh, it started, Dan, your fame and magnetism.
Well, visit Wotton Health and Healing and find out.
There's an invitation that can't
can
be missed.
Bought. £40 for a standard session.
So, look, we haven't put the lights on down here even. My God, we're slacking. Shall I tell you my favourite thing? Because I'm just going to blow my own trumpet here. Come on down. This stripy cabinet, I love it because it's Marmite, and I love anything that can be a little bit, what's the word, where you can put people head to head, and yes, and people either love it or they hate it. And I just had the best fun painting this. Mind you, it did feel as it went on forever because it's freehand stripes, and trying to get stripes that are reasonably straight on a curve is not easy.
Nice that it's freehand though.
I just wanted it to be very rustic, and the insides I've painted in a lovely sort of dark green, as the legs are. And the more bash this gets and the more worn, the more I will like it. And I have so many people coming in. It's lovely to listen to the reactions. People saying they either love it and they really love it, and people say, I'm going to do one of those. And I love it when they say they're going to do one, because that means they've got lots of tins of paint, so it's great. I just used up all the different colours from wall paints, trim paints, alfresco, lazy original, from under my sink, all the tins of paint that had left over. So it was great for me.
You make it sound that simple, but actually you've used your aesthetic to get all the colours to be in the right, next to each other in the right way.
Well, this was an example of me being able to be creative at home, because it was during winter hours that I was painting it, and this is why I want to do more of it. And so I had the music on, glass of wine or a cup of coffee, and I just painted stripes, and it was the most satisfying, peaceful thing, because when you're painting...
What do you think about other people standing in the room?
Something they can't hear.
I think it's amazing. I think it's tremendous. But you can see just on the right there where the second glass of wine kicked in.
Goes definitely on the wall, doesn't it?
But no, it looks lovely. Yeah, I quite like it.
So I like it just because it creates drama, and people just get quite argumentative about it down here. I can hear people talking to themselves. It's very funny. So nothing very much has changed down here. I'm happy to say that the chest of drawers that's at the back over there has been sold. They're away in their caravan. So Sue and Mike, if you're listening, I hope you're having a fabulous time. We'll see you when you get back. And this has gone. A lovely lady bought this. We painted it and it went straight away. And then I've had a lady who said she's very interested in this, although sadly she says she wants to paint it. And I almost feel like I can't sell it to her because I just love it as it is. But I guess it's money in my pocket, and if she wants to paint it and it's hers, she can do what she likes. So.
Well, it's probably been painted and stripped and painted and stripped.
Probably has, but I just love it as it is. It's just got that lovely rustic wood feel. We've put the mirror up, the one that I'd painted. This is similar to the sort of paint style that I'm going to get Sophie to do on that little half moon table. That's up there now for £95. Love the two urn pictures, £149.95 for the pair. Love this gorgeous lamp. Very heavy, really nice. Shades included, £134.95. What else is there, Nick? Nick. Anybody got a name beginning with M? Because we've got a really nice letter M here. It's made from oak, and then I painted on the Union Jack. And yes, it is made from oak. And it's got the two little hooks to hang it on the wall. So if your name begins with M, then you might want that one. That's on for £44.95. And I think that's more or less it down here. We've still got this, which I'm surprised about.
This is my favourite item.
That's your favourite item. I was wondering when you were going to chirp up and say what yours was. Just lift it up then with one hand.
Yeah. Just think that.
Stunning, isn't it? Just move that out of the way. Isn't that gorgeous? Yeah.
Absolutely fantastic.
4 candles. That one, yes.
Fine.
Yes, I actually was the only one who missed out. I think all my friends have orangeries and castles, and I have a very modern box, which is a bit unfortunate, really. But anyway, yeah, that is lovely. So you've done your favourite thing. You've done yours. You've done yours. What was yours, Ginge? The one person who instigates everything.
You're my favourite thing.
Oh, bless. Oh, by the way, everybody, it's Ginny's birthday tomorrow, so I think happy birthday for tomorrow. And let me tell you, as sisters go, she's well up there. She's the only one I've got. I couldn't love her more if I was paid £1 billion. And whilst we are completely and utterly, totally different to the point where I think to myself, did we even come out the same mother? We love each other, don't we? We do. Love you. Yeah, you do. Should we just put him on his lead a minute while we just go and have a look on the pavement?
Yeah.
And then just have a quick look out there and see if it's anything of any interest out there. And then we'll have to have more coffee. Do you know what I actually feel like? I feel like, does anybody else feel like we need a bloody good party? Is anybody else feeling like it's been austerity and hard work for just way too long?
It has been quite a long stretch, but I like not having to think about politics now, because it's all, you just think, oh, thank God the adults are running the show again. So it's like, great. So I can relax and enjoy my life a little bit more. So
I just feel as if I would like to be having a big party here, even live music or something. Shall we just do it and we just drink lots of prosecco just because?
It's all happen by magic. I'm not going to suck the energy out of it. Just go sit in your garden.
Yeah, I could do that, I suppose. Yeah, so Virginia's little space is all set up there for when she does her collection for the Ukraine effort, which is marvellous. At least you've got the sunshine today, Ginge. You've got these funny little bird cage things. I think these are quite cute. So they actually lift off if you want them to.
We will be there.
Yes, Tracy. I think you and I, Trace, should arrange a good party. We could clear lots of room down there and just have a bit of a bloody do. Why not? It's all work and slog and we need some play. This is new in. This one is $22.95. They're always lovely and these look nice if you paint them up. Love this. It's amazing nobody's bought this. This is what I would call a garden coffee table. Aluminium cast, and it is on for $64.95. I just love that. And it's so warm, isn't it? What a joy. What a joy. Everything else is pretty much the same as normal. I did water all the plants. We've still got that beautiful bench, but if Ginge follows me down now, she won't be able to hear us. So, sorry, my lovely, taking up the pavement. So, hello. Oh, love his little suit. So, everybody back in. So, if you're in charge of the next coffee batch, I had to stretch all my mental capabilities to remember who had sugar, who had milk, who didn't have anything, and blah, blah, blah. So it's Friday, and it's fizz time later, isn't it, Nick?
Later. It's nearly fizz time this morning. So
it nearly was.
I nearly run down the co-op and got a bottle.
Why didn't you? What on earth stopped you? For goodness sake, get with the plan. I think we should start having Prosecco on a Friday morning just to sort of get through the day.
Right, so should we let Dan give us another burst of what's your name, where you from?
Well, I actually, my name is Dan, and I come from Bristol at the moment. I'm trying to move to Wotton. Fingers crossed it'll all go through. But yeah, I run Wotton Health and Healing on the high street. For those that haven't driven past it yet, I'm sure you will one day. It's a delightful little therapy centre where we try to fix all things. So if you have a thing that needs fixing, not in the garage capacity.
I've got a leak under the sink. Is that anything you could sort?
Yeah. So we kind of There's a few of us. There's 4/5 of us involved that we can treat most ailments. So come along and tell us your woes, and we will try to make you feel better.
We've got something for everyone on the high street.
We so have. We must do that walk up the high street. In fact, today would be a perfect day, James, wouldn't it? In some ways, because it's sunny.
Right then, well done, everybody.
Have a super week, everybody. Yeah. See you next Friday. Get in the picture, our kid. And we'll have a group hug.
And yes, if you have a shop on the high street and you want to join in our Friday broadcast, do come along.
Yeah. And lots of love, everybody. Have a great time.
Bye.